Welcome to Android Weekly on Butterscotch.com, the show that takes a bite out of Android to digest and excrete all the news that matters to you, or at least to me. I'm Andrew Moore Crispin, and that's a pretty gross analogy. On this week's show, Amazon readies its own Android-ish tablets. ASUS melds laptop and tablet with the slider, and the next Motorola Xoom at the ready. Also, Kate Abraham brings us her review of the Urban Spoon app for Android. But first, we pay the bills. We've been hearing a lot about Amazon's own Android-based tablet. It seems Amazon is not content to simply sit in the wings and make apps for the two front-runner tablet operating systems. Seems they'd rather take a crack themselves. By the time this episode of Android Weekly hits the air, Amazon's September 28th press conference will have come and gone. The completely reasonable speculation is that the press event will be to unveil Amazon's own tablet to the world. Expect to see a tablet that's heavily reliant on the cloud. Expect to see specs that for other tablets would seem underwhelming, but at a price point that will make them fly off the shelves. It'll be based on Android, but I'll wager Android will be almost unrecognizable under Amazon's thumb. You'll see Amazon's own App Store, Kindle integration for ebooks, access to Amazon's Instant Video, and Amazon's Cloud Music service. As for access to the Android market on the device, I wouldn't be so sure. We'll see what transpires and bring news of the newest tablet to hit the scene in an upcoming show. Or we're hopelessly off base and Amazon's press conference is to announce that the Twilight series will continue forevermore as a Kindle exclusive. God help us all. The first Android tablet with a slide-out QWERTY keyboard is finally upon us. Called suitably the ASUS ePad Slider, this honeycomb tablet cuts itself off at the knee in aftermarket accessory sales by including a full notebook-style keyboard as part of the hardware. The Slider was supposed to launch alongside the ASUS ePad Transformer. That's the tablet with the optional keyboard dock. Adding a keyboard into the mix instead of making it an optional accessory does add to the bulk. We're looking at a tablet that's 1 inch thick when the keyboard's closed. We'll see how well the Slider does at $480 for a 1.2 GHz dual-core honeycomb tablet with a gig of RAM and a 10.1-inch screen. ASUS might have something here. We love a good rumor, and this is a good one. A wild Motorola Xoom 2 has appeared and been caught on camera. Product rumors are usually accompanied by grainy camera phone shots of the device in question, combined with some blogs' image watermarks and a lot of conjecture. Check, check, and check. It looks like Motorola is planning 2 new Xoom tablets. One, a 7-inch model that was accidentally leaked during a redesign of the Motorola site, and this, what looks like a 10-incher that Droid Life apparently secured exclusive pictures of. Gadget blog This Is My Next digs a little deeper and offers what could be specs of the 10-inch Xoom 2. 1.2 GHz dual-core processor, a gig of RAM, and the ability to record in Full HD, as well as playback Netflix HD streams. It's got an HDMI out to connect to your HD TV and will last up to 11 hours on a charge. Heady specs, but entirely within reason. Here's hoping Motorola learned its lesson from the original Xoom launch. Make it price competitive and release a Wi-Fi only version that ships before or at least alongside the mobile network version. For our review of the week, we throw it over to Kate Abraham, who's taking a look at the Urban Spoon app for Android.
Hi, I'm Kate Abraham from Butterscotch.com. There is nothing nicer than dining out with friends, but it can be hard to know where to eat. Well, Urban Spoon has created an app to take the headache out of finding a good restaurant. This free, simple-to-use app categorizes restaurants into location, type of food, price range, and so on. The homepage gives you some great options to find that perfect restaurant. If you're looking for something near to your current location, click on the nearby button to see what's around you. You can even view it on a map for easy navigation. You can also use the app to browse local eateries by neighborhood, features, and popularity by using the browse icon. And if you are feeling lucky, click on the shake feature and lock your categories before you shake your phone. You'll then get a list of findings to choose from. Keep shaking until you find a restaurant you'd like to try, and you can also read reviews from here. Finally, you can connect with your friends on Facebook to see who's using Urban Spoon and take in some of their suggestions. This app is available in the US, Canada, the UK, and Australia, which makes it a must for vacations.
Well, that's all the news that's fit to Google for this week. For full show notes, reviews, news, and Android how-tos, visit Butterscotch.com. Until next week, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin.